The man accidentally knocks something over. The woman freaks out in panic.
와, 근데 이게 뭐야? 되게 앤틱하다.
She snatches it away and inspects it carefully, discovering it's not damaged. Only then does she breathe a sigh of relief. The man immediately understands. This must be your family heirloom. But the woman says, does your family heirloom look like this? Actually, this object is the fox bead she used to cultivate into human form. She's a fox who's been cultivating for 900 years. There's another fox who also has a fox bead. It hasn't cultivated into human form yet, but it fell in love with a human girl named Li Dan. Li Dan suddenly encounters danger. The nine-tailed fox immediately senses it. It shields Li Dan from the danger, but it disappears. Li Dan refuses to believe the nine-tailed fox just left like that. She sees the letter the nine-tailed fox left behind. Only then does she understand what it meant by nearing the end. It turns out the nine-tailed fox has lived for nearly 1,000 years. When its time is up, it will disappear. Li Dan holds their photo together, looking at what the nine-tailed fox left behind. She firmly believes the nine-tailed fox will return. She decides to wait for it at the nine-tailed fox's home. And so the days pass one by one, as if the nine-tailed fox just went on a long trip. She keeps waiting until the following spring. One day, the female fox finds Li Dan, saying the nine-tailed fox sent her.
부탁이라니? 그게 무슨 말이야?
It turns out the nine-tailed fox knew it was about to disappear, so it asked the female fox if she sees Li Dan suffering too much, to use the fox bead to erase her memories. The nine-tailed fox hoped Li Dan could forget everything and start a new life. The female fox takes out the fox bead. Li Dan says even if she has to spend her whole life in sorrow, she still won't erase these memories. At this moment, the nine-tailed fox is in another dimension. He seems to hear Li Dan's crying and can't help but shed tears himself. One day, Li Dan wakes up and discovers someone watching her from behind.
잘 있었어요? 다미씨?
Not far away, the female fox suddenly senses something. Li Dan is too emotional to speak. The female fox is also so moved she wants to cry. In the end, she can't hold back and bursts into tears. They've waited for this moment for too long. The two are finally reunited, wearing all black.
저기죠?
네.
The two hold hands, but they didn't expect such a long line. Li Dan tells the nine-tailed fox to quickly use his magic to cut in line. Just get the certificate done. The nine-tailed fox reminds Li Dan, he's human now. He can't use magic anymore. He tells Li Dan not to be disappointed in him. Li Dan tells him to relax. Even if I'm disappointed in you, my mom won't be. It turns out Li Dan's mother returned to Korea last time and found the nine-tailed fox's house through Li Dan's delivery address. The two are as awkward as if they've been caught doing something wrong.
여기서 지낸 지는 얼마나 됐고?
일주일밖에 안 됐어.
같아?
처음에 어디서 어떻게 만났는데?
그
저기
인터넷
부동산에서
검색어로.
만났어.
Very embarrassed. Li Dan's mother is a worldly woman. Li Dan can't fool her even if she tries. She can only signal the nine-tailed fox to use magic to erase her mom's memory. The nine-tailed fox follows Li Dan's instructions. His eyes begin to change color, trying to erase what her mom just saw. But unexpectedly, Li Dan's mom has a strong will. She's completely unaffected. The nine-tailed fox didn't